Ms. Georgie. Pleasure.
Whenever you're ready.
Patient was moaning from the pain and the blood. I will never forget the blood that was on the stretcher. The smell of it sickened me. The sight of that bleeding patient would haunt me for weeks. As I looked on at the scene unfolding in the emergency room, a number of questions ran through my mind. Why did I decide to work at the hospital? Better yet, why did I decide to work for no pay? You see, I spent last summer volunteering at a local hospital. Although there were some drawbacks, the experience proved to be very valuable. I gained a great deal of knowledge, I developed some important skills, and it's fair to say that I learned some life lessons as well. On my first day of volunteering, I was assigned to the transport department. My job was to move patients from one area of the hospital to another. In doing so, I learned about all the different parts of the hospital, what each of the sections are for, and what went on there. I moved so many patients who were connected to monitors that eventually I learned their purpose too. Along the way, I also picked up some medical terminology, which I can assure you is a language all on its own. Needless to say, I knew a lot more about the workings of the hospital at the end of the summer than I did at the beginning. But transporting wasn't my only responsibility. My job also required communicating with the patients. It was up to me to make them feel more relaxed and at home. Now this didn't come easy at first, because at that time, I was a shy person. But since it was a part of my job, I didn't have any choice. So I forced myself to overcome my shyness and open up to the patients. I was surprised to find that it became easier and easier, until finally, it just came naturally. Now when I meet new people, there are no more awkward situations or unbearable silences. I can always find something to talk about. My volunteer experience has helped me immensely this way. It's nice to be able to look back on the experience now and appreciate all the knowledge and skills that I acquired. But the truth is, not everything was positive. In fact, after about just a week on the job, I learned just how stressful working in a hospital can be. Of course, there was the traumatic environment of the emergency room. There was also the patients, who were always in a foul mood and never satisfied with their treatment. So I asked my mom, who works as an occupational therapist, how she made it through her days. She thought for a minute and then said, "Any job has its ups and downs, but when I treat a patient, I see the progress they make. And in the end, the look of happiness on their faces makes up for all the stresses that I have to put up with. I don't think any other job could give me this much satisfaction." When she said that, I realized that most jobs, and even most activities in general, had their fair amount of stresses and challenges. But what matters most is the outcome. All the drawbacks are worth the effort if the work makes a difference in people's lives. From that day forward, I looked at my summer job in a different light. I didn't see the stresses of the emergency room or the demanding patients. Instead, I saw the happiness on patients' faces when they left the hospital in better shape than when they came in. And I felt happy to be a part of that. Before last summer, I had a passing interest in medicine, but now I feel certain that I want to make it my career. I would encourage all people my age, and even people older, to seek out volunteer opportunities whenever they can. I know that they will learn new things and develop new skills, and I hope that they might also be as profoundly effective as I was. Thank you.